What's up guys, and welcome to Drive Steady. In this video we're going to talk about the Mercedes AMG GT 63S 4-door coupe and share some thoughts about things that had us excited and at the same time scratching our head. So the Mercedes AMG GT 63S 4-door coupe. Yes, that's quite a mouthful, and I'm not sure what Mercedes was thinking when they came up with this name, but this is what we've got. And for the rest of this video, I'm just going to call it the GT. The GT is all new and it's replacing the CLS 63 models, as you will not be seeing a CLS 63 or 63S for this generation. It's following the trend Mercedes started with the CLS several years back, starting the 4-door coupe design, whatever that means, but it's its own category now. Many manufacturers like BMW, Audi, and Porsche have carried this concept into their cars. For Audi, it's in the A7 line. For BMW, it was the 6 Series, and now it's going to be the 8 Series Grand Coupe. And for Porsche, it's the Panamera model. We've even seen this 4-door coupe design being carried into SUVs with the GLE in the Mercedes, the X6 and the X4 in the BMW. And even recently, Porsche is building the Cayenne Coupe to get into the game as well. Not sure what people see in these cars, or this design specifically. They generally don't appeal to me, but there must be a market, as many of these cars I just mentioned are entering into their second and third generations. Back to the GT, even though the GT's design is similar to the CLS, don't get the two mixed up or confused, as there are two different cars in Mercedes' lineup. The GT lives on its own, so much so that it was entirely designed by AMG. Let me give you an idea of what that means. For example, Mercedes will build a C-Class. This is entirely designed and developed by Mercedes. From there, AMG will take the C-Class and put their AMG touches on it, and out comes a C63 or a C63S. The GT was developed differently in that AMG designed the car from the beginning, and of course I'm sure Mercedes had their input as well. However, nonetheless, it stands out from the other AMG cars for that specific reason. Now I wanted to talk about the main reason why I made this video. According to the Mercedes website, the GT has 630 horsepower and 664 pounds-feet of torque and gets 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. A part of the reason why it's so blisteringly fast is obviously it's got 600 plus horsepower and 600 plus torque, but Mercedes has also fitted it with all-wheel drive. Now I'm going to stop here for a second and explain something that had me totally baffled, and I'm going to frame it with this sentence. As of June 2019, the AMG GT63S 4-door coupe is the most powerful and fastest car Mercedes currently makes. Fastest meaning from 0 to 60, and powerful meaning that it's got the most horsepower. Again, this is according to the Mercedes website, so go on there and fact check me if you like. And yes, this car is faster than the AMG GTR Coupe. It's faster than the E63S, which also has 4-wheel drive, and it's even faster and more powerful than any 65 model Mercedes makes, such as the S65. And those cars have 12-cylinder bi-turbo engines. It's got more horsepower than anything in their lineup, faster than anything in their lineup. When I discovered this, it made me think of two things. First is that the AMG GT Coupe, the real coupe with 2 doors, is probably about to get a power bump. And second, I was surprised that Mercedes would allow this to happen, in that the GT has got the most power and is the fastest car. Typically, when you have car companies like Porsche, Mercedes, and BMW who make a wide spectrum of cars, the designation of fastest and most powerful are left to their coupe sports cars. For example, the fastest, most powerful Porsche is typically the 911 or the 918 if you're looking to get technical. But the Panameras are typically fast, but not the fastest. It's strange for a car company like Mercedes to have their fastest car be a 4-door sedan. Anyway, let me know what you think and if this is a big deal to you or not that the GT is the fastest car in the Mercedes lineup. Next, I wanted to talk about the return of the monoblock styled wheels from Mercedes. The GT offers a redesigned version of the old monoblock wheels, and it's a $3,200 option. Here are a couple pictures of them on the AMG GT. I remember when Mercedes was putting these the older monoblock wheels on their cars from the 90s. I'm a big fan of Mercedes design cars from this era, and the one I cannot forget is the R129 SL500 or 600 cars with the 18-inch monoblock wheels. That car looked amazing with those 18-inch monoblocks, and those wheels are desirable options on those cars from that era, the 90s era that is. Now, how do they look on the AMG GT? I don't know. I can definitely appreciate Mercedes dusting off the monoblock wheel from its history books, but I feel like they don't fit this car. I see them more suited for an S-Class sedan or even a Maybach, something bigger, something more luxurious. They just look heavy and they scream luxury, not necessarily sport. In my opinion, they're designed to look over the top, and for that reason, I don't think they fit on the GT. But that's my quick rant observation video on this car. Let me know what you think of the Mercedes GT in general, and in addition, if you like the new monoblock wheel designs. Thanks for watching. Until next time, drive steady.